Big thing for him, yeah. I just think I think in terms of this, like I said to him, I said they're all great goals. Like you want family, you want a job, but
yeah,
you've got to take steps to do that, haven't you? So I said to him at the minute, "Are you going out much?" And he was like, "Not really. His mum does all the shopping. Just got a new dog, so he said he was going to take the dog for a walk today." So I said, "Right, well, saying to him, like, how are we going to get from where you are now to say getting a job? What are you going to do?" So he was like, "I haven't got a clue." So I was like, "Right, well, we need to start building we need to start building your confidence up a bit." But I said, what we've got to look at the minute, I said, like, it's great you're going to take the dog for a walk, but that's it. He doesn't do anything else. Mum's doing the shopping. So I said, what do you enjoy doing in the house? What's meaningful to you? He's like, I don't know, I'm not sure. So I was like, it must be something that you enjoy doing in the house. Do you clean? I said, it can be anything. He says, well, yeah, I used to do a bit of cooking. So I said, right, well, are you doing it anymore? He says, no, not really. So I said, right, well, yeah, I said, why don't you cook a meal for your mum and dad? But I said, like, following a recipe, as you all know, it gives me a bit of a lift, but it takes, like, you've got your attention, your concentration, your focus. You're fully absorbed in it, aren't you? And it's soothing.
It's soothing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It's soothing.
You're
therapeutic, isn't it? It's meaningful to him. So I said to him, like, once you've dished it out and you've done the meal and you've dished it out to your mum and dad, I was like, as long as it's not a load of shite, it's a decent meal. I said, could be. I said, you laughing? I said, got to be like, it's got to be nice, hasn't it? It's got to be enjoyable. So I said, like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be nice. And then, your mum and dad will go, oh, thanks for that. Like, that was a nice meal. So I said, how are you going to feel after it? He says, well, yeah, I'll feel good. I said, yeah, you're going to feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
So I said, do you get what I'm trying to do here? So I was like, trying to get him to have more insight into his issues at the minute. So it took him a while to get it. He was like, well, yeah, I'm going to feel good. Obviously, it'll give me a confidence boost. I said, exactly, yeah. So
that's what we want out of it, yeah.
Yeah, build some small habits, because, like, he often has a lot of worry and stuff. Like, he worries a lot, and obviously, like, we can look at targeting the emotions that.
It's that purpose, isn't it? Finding that purpose, and not that we could probably relate so much. I mean, you might be able to a little bit, like, in losing his job. I mean, did that end badly? Was it his choice, or was it redundant? COVID. So he's not worked since COVID.
He hasn't worked since COVID. He lost his job then, he was saying.
How old is he?
Probably in his 30s.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right.
So
it's a long time. And what's he been doing?
Not much, but you have to think about the social. I don't know what we only had one session really, so I don't know what his social circumstances are like.
He's like, probably for you, he's like the most, like, literally, he's high level. You've got to break down the barrier.
He's high level. It's like everything we do with him. Because we're only working with each other for 4 weeks at the minute, and it's whether he can afford to extend that. But he's like, well, what happens after the 4 sessions? Well, I said, well, we have to see where we are in 4 sessions. I said, I can't put a timeline on how long it's going to take for you to achieve your goals. You know what I mean?
That's it. You can't put a thing on it. It's just how they feel. But then you don't want to push him into going, right, do 12 sessions for this much. But maybe you just give him, like, recommendations of the therapy that you had, or I can send you the one I had. I think they're similar.
The problem you've got, you give him 12 sessions. For me, like, I always talk about this. I see a lot of transformation programs out there, right? And 12-week courses, 12 sessions, right? Okay. What happens if I don't fucking dish that out in 12 sessions and they've achieved the goal?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I think you're better off doing something that's monthly with someone. So if someone's being coached every month, you know, I'm quite clear and transparent with people. So it's kind of like, you know, after that month,
yeah,
if they feel they need to extend it, they can keep extending it until they reach the goal. How can you guarantee that person that after 12 weeks, after a 12-week transformation, they're going to be transformed in 12 weeks? It might take 12 months before they reach the goal. No.
Yeah.
Because you've got him at the minute, right? You've got him, he's got this goal of he wants to be able to work again. It's highly unlikely he's going to be able to meet that goal in 12 weeks, is it?
Well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, what's the job market like at the minute? I imagine it's not, you know, it's not as high as like gold, is it? I don't think.
Well, it's like this week, his task he's got to work on this week is cooking a meal from scratch, and then so whenever he does that, like I'll check up on him, send him a message and say, "How have you got on this week?" I can't hold his hand for him.
Yeah.
I made it quite clear to him. Yeah. So obviously, when we have our second session on Monday, if he says, for example, if I message him tomorrow and go, "Have you done it?" Like, he might be doing it on Saturday, but then it comes to we have the session next week, and I'm like, "Oh, have you got on?" I haven't done it. So then it's like then we dig in. Well, we delve a bit deeper. Then we start asking what feelings were showing up, why didn't you do it, blah 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 blah, and then we start targeting whatever the issue is. So from that point, you know, it could be self-compassion. It depends what we need to work on. Then we might be doing 1, 2, 3 sessions on that. It just depends. So four sessions, you know, straight away that could take 4 sessions, and that's you're nearly halfway through your 12-week transformation.
Yeah, that's it, and it depends how workable they are towards. You know, I mean,
well, if you look at mine and your journey, it took longer than 12 months.
So from 2022 we used to meet up, and it took a long time and for therapy. So I've signed up again for therapy. I want more. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's been years of that. I want to have someone to speak to now and again, and just to help me out sometimes. But I know I'm in a better place now, but that doesn't mean that therapy. It's your choice if you want to take it up. But I think it's good in and out of relationships as well. Therapy, it's really good. So
good just to have that conversation with someone in there, and then for an outside
and talk about certain things. As a professional, you can just have a one-to-one with them. So
see, outside point of view, and it's you're regularly going to have to check in with yourself, aren't you? It's kind of like I'm reflecting back on my last couple of years, like I could probably say, like, God, I've tried 2 businesses since 2021, and I expected it to be all bloody rainbows right the way through. And the reality of it is, right, is it takes time and it takes persistence. And this is what I've come to realise now. And there's going to be days where I feel like a bit of a failure because I haven't got clients, or I didn't get anything in action today. But it's like persistence, isn't it? And there's a lot of like business coaches out there in the minute. This is the mate like that are promising people, oh, you can make 6 figures in so long, and they can't do it because, like, I worked with, remember that business coach I worked with? She was an occupational therapist. Mate, I stupidly paid over the odds for it. Learned some stuff, but it wasn't worth the money it was worth. It was a bit all over the place, the course. I'd followed this course with one-to-one calls, and then she changed the course a few months later, but my old course was still on her system, so I was still doing the old course. She didn't tell me till towards the end, oh, you need to do this one.
Yeah. So
waste of time.
No.
Not really.
He sounds like, he does sound like it's a harder person to break down.
Yeah.
Than
No, it is. I think his will be. Yeah, I think it's around his self-sabotage, and it's like, right, okay, give you something to work on this week. Like I've explained, like just you can see from just cooking a meal, like what you can gain from that. Like if you zone in, if you're more open and you zone into it, it's like, right, well, I'm going to improve. I'm working on all of this, right, and then obviously the end goal is going to be I'm giving him confidence a bit of a boost, but I can't hold his hand. It's like in terms of how he's going to self-sabotage, it's like if he doesn't do that, he is feeding into his thoughts. So his thoughts are saying there's lack of motivation. You can't be bothered doing that. Whereas my second client I worked with on Monday, like we went through all the processes, and at the end of the call, he says, like, I actually feel motivated. So he said, he sent me a few pictures the next day. He bought all his recipe, sent me a picture of his meal.
Wow.
He was actually cooking it.
Good feedback, that, isn't it? Where it's like,
Well, that's what you want. It's like, but I think he's highly motivated, whereas the other one, I think at the minute, he's just completely controlled by his thoughts.
Yeah, it's hard to stay motivated all the time. It's like it's a bit of discipline and like small like habits. So even down to making your bed in the morning, I always say, you've completed the first task of the day. You make your bed, and no matter what day you've had, you've always got your bed to come back to. Do you know what I mean? And it stems from there, I think, and like even like cleaning your room, just little things like that. It all does help. If you're coming back and you're coming home and you get in and your bedroom's a mess and it doesn't make you feel good, does it? And you're like, oh no, but you come in and everything's nice and neat, or you've done the washing or whatever, and you feel a bit more organised, and that doesn't stay in your mind. You're like, oh, I can breathe a little bit when I get home. I can, so like you say, you can cook, you can probably go out with your friends or go to the gym. And I think it all does stem from like just them small habits. If you start, doing the small things, it adds up. It does add up.
You've got to give yourself a bit of a break as well. Like, don't be too hard on yourself.
Well, exactly. Don't be too hard on yourself. And when you've not done something, if you think like, don't be your own enemy. Like, sometimes I used to talk awful to myself, and I think if I used to talk like I did to myself, to my friends, I'd have no friends.
No.
So, like, do you know what I mean? Like I say, have a bit of self-love and a bit of self-care, and like I say, don't be too hard on yourself, because
that's a really good point. Like, I think when I was working, especially in the NHS, I didn't like looking too far ahead, and I found my job really stressful. I felt like I was a bit of an imposter. Like, I felt like I didn't deserve to be where I was, and I might get an patient referral, and I'd look at it, and then my head would go, be like, oh my god, what am I going to do here? Then I'd just dread the next day, and then you get to Friday, and it's like, I need a drink, I need a beer, and then all weekend I'm drinking. But like, that's probably stemmed now. Like me doing that's been me since I was probably going back to, I'd say, when I started using, like, we used to obviously go out back in the day and we'd have big sessions, but I'll say probably 19, 20, I just used to use alcohol as a bit of an escape from the stresses of life.
Yeah, and it was like every weekend, wasn't it? It's like, Friday, home, and then it'd stem to like, we'd go out in the week, do you know what I mean? We'd go pub in the week for a night game or something, watch a football, and then it was like 3 or 4 times a week, and that adds up, and you think, back then, wow, like, how much time you did that. It's scary, but
it's scary. It's like now I prefer, like, I like a beer, you like a beer, but as long as I'm in control of it. I've had one. I think I've had one bad do with a beer this year, and it was OD's birthday.
Right.
I only had about I'd be a lot to some people, 5 or 6 pints, and I got in, put my head on the pillows, dying all day, dying all night. Sorry, and then the next day you had to watch that shite United get beaten as usual. And then I was just on the sofa most of the day. Like the difference there was like I wasn't stressed with anything. I didn't do that because of something that's happened within the week. I think I did it. I got a bit giddy because I've not seen the lads in a while.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like, just a bit of a blowout. Like, I was a bit different. But I think, whereas now, if I'm trying to build and establish something, if I would have done that, I've had it on Friday now because I'm fed up with how things are. You know, I don't want to be here living in the UK. I want to be living abroad.
Yeah.
You know, I want to live somewhere warm.
Mm.
I'm going to get pissed because I'm fed up with the situation again.
Yeah. I find that when I've had like a few blowouts in the past, now I mean limit yourself to however many you have, and then mix it up with water and what have you. But then the next day, I don't feel, even when I feel bad, I don't like have them guilty thoughts. I just go right, okay, get on with your day, and I get things done. Because sometimes if I sit there, it's worse than actually getting up and like cleaning or doing washing or going for a walk. And I don't know if I sent you that the other day, that post about getting up and moving and walking, how much of the benefit.
I've seen that. Yeah. It's about being more productive. But it's like there's that, and then like we've obviously invested in ourselves. You know, we've had therapy. We've bought stuff. We've invested in courses. But like, if people actually wanted to take some action these days, it's kind of like, well, you can afford the coaching because if you count up how much you spend on shit every month,
you said it, yeah.
You invested that in yourself for 6 months, you start making changes.
Yeah.
No, otherwise you're just going to keep repeating the same fucking thing over and over again.
That's it. I mean, it's all in your own hands, isn't it? At the end of the day,
it's in your control as well, isn't it? And I think it comes back to sometimes sometimes it's not easy, is it? But the only person that's going to change is you, isn't it?
No, and then that's the time where we go, make excuses for ourselves and go, I don't have the time, and I'm like, well, show me screen time then. You show me your screen time, and I'll show you how much time you've got. I'm guilty of it. I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, I am.
You do scrolling, so that's how much time you've got. And if you choose to waste it, then that is up to you at the end of the day. But you can, if you can notice it, you can change it. So
you get stuck back into it again, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it's one of them. I know you say you use it for that professional side. I use it for personal side.
It's bad though. Still could be so bad at it. Like, I have to have a word with myself sometimes and say, turn it off.
Yeah. Turn it off. Yeah. And you doing that, and you're like, I throw it, mate. I throw it to the ground.
Yeah, I've done that.
Or like upstairs, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, and then downstairs. So, but then you think your thoughts, then, isn't it? Do you not find that when you do that, and you sit there watching something, and then the thought just like fires into your brain, and it's like you need to get your phone, and you're like, well, no, I don't need to get my phone just because that thought's coming to my brain right now. Detach from that.
Everyone's got like an 8-second relapse now. It's like put your phone down, 8 seconds later, scrolling again.
Yeah.
Put it upstairs. Mindlessly. I would say it mindlessly scrolling through social media, looking at everyone's Instagram, going, "Oh, fucking hell! I wish that was me."
Perfect life, and then you just go,
fake. It's fake.
No, it is.
We're not. It's life without fucking Instagram and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I use it for work, but I don't use it mindlessly. I haven't got time.
No, that's it. You use your time,
We're all guilty of doing things. It's like I was saying to Judy, I don't usually watch telly in the week. I usually watch it at the weekend, so I haven't got time. But like, because I'm working late throughout the day, it's been the odd few nights where I've just thought I'm just going to bank. I was watching the Penguin, wasn't it, last week? So I was watching that, and then I fall asleep on the sofa.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, when you're tired, just go to bed, Joe.
Madness.
You know, that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's just it's crazy. Really. I don't know if he's going to be back soon. But it should be all right down here. I think it was because of your problems with Wi-Fi.
But we'll do another 5 minutes, and then like we can. If I send you that, you can chop, cut it down.
Yeah.
Put the video down. Just have the best bits in today.
No, definitely. No, that's happy days there. And I know, like, we were talking about the carrot and the stick, weren't we? Like,
yeah, we were talking about going back to the old carrot and the stick.
Yeah, well,
I like that analogy. It's like, what was it again? How do you motivate a donkey? If it's backloaded, do you feed it the goat? I'm only kidding. Do you feed it a carrot or do you whack it with a stick?
Yeah.
You know, and we've said it is subjective that question. I think, isn't it? But I think for me, I'd obviously feed the carrot to get it to move forward.
That's it. Yeah.
Like we said, haven't we? If we whack it with a stick, it's going to get fucking miserable. And it's like you use the same analogy in real life. Yeah. So it's like, don't be too hard on yourself.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
You know, it's that self-defeating attitude. Like, I can't do that. Why can't you do that?
Yeah.
You still get them thoughts creeping in now. I still get them coming in now and again.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I can move them now. I can move them.
I move them like whenever. So it's like I'm obviously building more of a presence now on Instagram with my coaching stuff. But it's like every now and again, if I do a post or if I'm doing something, it creeps back in again. I get the thoughts creeping back in again, like sort of like that's going to be shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, everyone's going to be laughing at. Yeah, everyone's going to be laughing at you. Nobody cares about what you're doing. But I don't fuse with them thoughts. Whereas I would fuse with them, and I wouldn't do it. And I would fuse in the past. I would fuse with my thoughts. It's kind of like now. It's like, thanks for that reminder, but I'm going to crack on anyway, and I'll leave the judgment up to God Almighty. I'm kidding.
At the end of the day, if we're not making people laugh on this, then we're doing something wrong, aren't we? So
the crack, aren't you?
Yeah, you've got to have the crack, and but you know,
Rome wasn't built in a day. You've got to start somewhere, haven't you?
I know.
You know, it's like I think with my week at the minute, it's like because I do contract work as well, like Tuesday to Thursday. So like, still trying to find some relaxing time, but.
Yeah,
I think on the other days I'm trying to do like because it's been quite intense. My contract work days. It's like 8 till 6, Tuesday to Thursday. I do 8 till 5 on a Friday. Then I've got to fit my other stuff in. So I'm trying to have time, but with the other stuff, I'm trying to filter it. So like if I go all or nothing, I ain't going to do anything. So I try and lower it to a bit of a 50%, but filter that over the few days I've got to do that.
Yeah.
I can do just enough because otherwise I'm not. The problem with me is if I throw the kitchen sink at it, I'm gonna burn out and then I won't do it at all. That's what's happened to me in the past.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
like, I know I've got a million things I could do tonight after this call now, but I think tonight I'll record some content. If I've got enough time, I'll watch a video. Whereas I've got like 6 things on my list. If I try and do all them tonight. That's me all or nothing. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I'll probably at some point I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing if I do that. See what I mean?
Yeah, and you'll just be like say, you know, you'll be hitting yourself with a stick, like just overloading yourself with too much stuff. But I find that I'm more productive in the morning time, and then early afternoon.
That's my next reel, mate. The all or nothing.
Yeah, that's the next one. There we go.
Yeah, that's my next one. It's like
All or nothing. Not anything to do with City.
Anything to do with City, it's like all or nothing.